Kalispera, Kalimera, Kalinichta, no matter where in this weird and wonderful world you might be. Thank you for making the Highbury Squad part of your post-game show day. The Arsenal win that game in hand. Woohoo! Got sticky for the toffees. Serves you right.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Please stand clear of the discussion doors. The next stop is Highbury Squad.
Hello, everyone. Thought I would pop on here for a nice quickie this evening. Aye, aye. Woohoo! The Arsenal win. At ease, squaddies at ease. Welcome to the post-game show. Let's welcome everybody in. Mr. Matthew Hudson, hello. Matty K is in the house. Lynn is here. Evgeny is here. Tammy is here. Anik is here. We have Liz here. We have the whole fam jam. Where's Bird is here as well. Welcome, everyone. What a match that was. We needed it so badly. 4-0 to the Arsenal, as Chief Like Officer Tammy says. Please hit the like button on the way in if you loved that result. Whew, that was a good one. What a game indeed, Jeff. The game in hand. Oh, man, don't start me on playing the what if game tonight, okay? Everyone stopped me from doing that because as I was doing the title for the show, I was thinking, you know what matters now? Are results versus performance. Although that second half performance was an absolute shellacking. And that was an old school bitch slap right there. That was, payback times 100. Everyone kind of got into it. And, Thomas Partey, I thought, came on and added a lot of continuity from, I think, what Jorginho has done, but certainly added some steel into that midfield. Everton never got a sniff. And I just think that, having this depth right now is what is changing our trajectory, perhaps from this season to last season. Last season we didn't do what we needed in that January transfer window, and we left ourselves short. 3 key players got injured. We got bitch slapped ourselves by teams like Brighton and Southampton and Crystal Palace and Newcastle, teams that ordinarily we'd get really good results against. And you just sense that this season it is a little bit different, isn't it? The vibe, the tone, the mental ability to stay in games and even overcoming adversity. From when we drew against Newcastle, disappointing, we bounced back. Losing to Everton, disappointing. The draw against Brentford, disappointing. But to be able to kind of bounce back from then losing to Manchester City, a team that hadn't lost, 10 games on the trot, especially at home, to kind of stop all of those rots and just get back in to the groove of things and illustrate that not only are we a really super talented team on the pitch, but we are also a team that is evolving mentally. And I've said on this show, and I keep saying it to Kev as well, the difference for us is going to be up here, because we know we've got it on the pitch. And in the second half, our talent and we just took over. We just were too much for them. And you could see that they're a team in trouble and they had nothing. They had absolutely nothing. So let's take a look. Just a light canter through the park. Let's see. Michael says, I'm definitely playing the what if game. That depth looked really good coming off the bench, especially late in the half. Yeah, Partey was a brick wall. But this is great, right? This is exactly what we wanted. We wanted Jorginho to come in to fill the gap, do a job. And Thomas Partey is the Don in midfield. We know that he's the nucleus to everything good that we do. From a movement, possession, being the great wall of Thomas in front of that defense. And so, yeah, it was good to see him back, and hopefully, he's back for the long term. But we also know, like Mark says, Jorginho did a good job for us, but what a difference Thomas Partey makes, of course. But we won those games and we've done well since he has been in. 13 games to go. Don't get me started. I want to get your take a lot on this results versus performance. But before I do that, we're top of the league. Say we're top of the league. Indeed. How did this team beat us away? It's Goodison Park. It's certain grounds. It just happens. It just happens. Bosh, James Johnston, bosh. What an amazing result. 235 of you in live chat right now. Let's have a quick chat. Keep the pressure on, Liz. Exactly. So, first half, I didn't think we played so well. I think other than Saka, and even though Martinelli lost the ball on a couple of occasions, and gosh darn it, I wish that kid would look up every now and again and just release the ball a lot quicker. Saw him do that a lot better in the second half. I felt like those two were the shining stars of the first half. I didn't feel like we were too troubled. Like Ramsdale had to make that save at the very end. But in the first half, we didn't really have our fluidity. We had some errant passing. We just weren't clicking. As good as Jorginho has been, I think he and Zinchenko, their passes weren't that great. And it just felt like a little, stagnation in that first half. But we changed it and we mixed it up. So what I wanted to ask you guys, because it was two contrasting performances, and we've had that a little bit this season. I wouldn't have cared if we come out in the second half and won that game 2-0 playing the way we did. I just wouldn't have cared at all. I've gone past that point of the season now where I care about the performance. I care about the result. Hear me out on this one. Do I want to watch pretty football? Yeah. I mean, Everton, they're like someone just said, I don't know how they beat us away from home. It's just one of those teams, isn't it? That happens. But I would love to win ugly for the rest of the season. Kev says he'll take an ugly 1-win for the rest of the season. And it was so contrasting, and we've seen that. I want to know what you guys think. I really don't feel like if we're rubbish in a match and we get 3 points between now and the end of the season, I am going to have too much to complain about. I'm not even doing player ratings tonight because for me, it begins with the game in hand. This result is everything. I wouldn't care if it went off someone's butt or nose tonight. I really wouldn't. I just wanted the 3 points. This was the one to win because we've used our joker card, haven't we? We lost to Everton away, drawing to Brentford, just a couple of results that hopefully we don't look back on and kick ourselves in the head at the end of the season. But for me, I don't care how we perform for the rest of the season started tonight. Now, you guys can play this back for me if I go back on my word, but my word is that's how I feel. And to me, it wouldn't have mattered if we'd have put in that performance in the second half. I just want to win. 13 games, I want to win, and I don't care how we do it. That's it. And this was the game tonight to get into the final act of the season where we just go on a turn. Because we're going to get to April and that Liverpool game at Anfield kicks in. The next few are winnable. And it started tonight and we did it. Right. Let's have a look at some of your comments. James says, Sophie, we all know the real game in hand is the City away game. Yes. Calendar-wise, James Johnson, it's the Everton game. I can't wait to go up there. I really can't. It's going to be a shootout, I'll tell you. Just like I want it, come on the Arsenal. All right. Love it. Let's see. Alpha says, evening, Sophie. What a win. As long as we win, I don't care. I just want to see results like tonight. Get it done. Yep. The one at Craven Cottage will be tricky. That's the one I'm worried about. Did you see the 2 peaches of a goal they scored in the FA Cup last night? Holy cow, that was sweet. Mark says, Sophie, how many times have we had games in hand and blown it? Tonight is huge. Great point. Massive point. And it's true. We're making things happen. And we're in the moments where we need to be big, we're doing that this season. Have there been hiccups along the way? Of course, there have been hiccups along the way. 500 of you in live chat. Thanks so much for joining. Our Arsenal win that game in hand against Everton. Some people believe Manchester City is that game in hand. We get a result against them, even get a point. Just don't lose that match. We win. Let's win the next ones. We got Bournemouth next. Come on, 3 more points. I feel like it's a race. The race, the Kentucky Derby. The Grand National, we're on the horse, and holy cow, we're about to turn that corner and go into the final stretch. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Mr. Gegan Press says, but Sophie, that's not the Arsenal way to win. We have flair. That's what makes us the Arsenal. Flair schmair. I don't care. Flair schmair, I don't care. Just give me 3 points, I tell you. Just give me the 3 points. Give me their heads. That's all I want. Good evening, Berlin. Payback. Oh, really? I haven't seen that. I've been so laser focused on us. Did they really get kicked out of the FA Cup? What a night. What a day. It's been good news all around, I tell you. It has been good news all around. Super Kev is on Beat in Sports. He was on the sidelines today. I tweeted a picture about him as well. He was hoping to pop in, but he's probably not going to be able to do that. But we've got a really special show lined up with Super Kev on Friday, where he's going to be talking about this game. He's going to be talking about Bournemouth. We're going to be talking about all sorts of things. Good evening, Joe. Let's see. Cash says we're totally dominant with Party. He needs to stay healthy for the duration. And we also know Cash, if he doesn't, we have a good sub. Another goal galore against Bournemouth will help the goal difference for sure. Let's see. Matty K says he'll take a point right now against Manchester City. Yeah, me too. I would. I'm not conceding, but I would. Hit the like button for sure. All right, let's see. Paul says, Sophie, love you. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. This is great news, you guys. Thanks for breaking that for me. Sophie, if I was there with you, I'd be holding the tissue for you. I'm a wreck. I'm an emotional wreck. What can I say? I can taste it. I said to you on the show with Super Kev on Monday, when I saw United winning the Carabao Cup, I started picturing us. Stop me. Just stop me right there. Earl says he's hungry. He wants the league right now. We can win it. We just have to go be mentally prepared to win it. 100%. Run with cows. Take the ugliest pug dog, turn it inside out. That's how ugly I'd take as long as we win. That's epic. Paul says this team are together now. They certainly are. Jaffa's singing. Revenge is a dish served, best served cold. I love it. Gold evening, Turin. You're absolutely right. More butting the goal in. Absolutely. Sophie, all games have to be played somehow scruffy sometimes where we have total control, but most of the games are going to be scruffy. You know what I liked tonight about the scruffy game, Lynn, is that we've had to face a lot in the last few matches, haven't we? This low block. I mean, Everton was so well organized for at least 40 minutes of that first half. We couldn't break them down. It was tough. You could see their banks lined up. You know, whether you're watching a tactical camera, the camera, the broadcast, you're looking at photos, the way they were set up, they were just so well organized. It was difficult to penetrate. We couldn't find the killer ball down the middle. We were trying to work the flanks. We had some opportunities. And when we did get into those spots, we weren't really, you know, on our game, especially with that final ball. But boy, did that change in the second half, making adjustments. I think Thomas Partey made a massive difference when he came on, of course. But I thought also that Saka and Martinelli were less wasteful with the ball, especially Martinelli. And seeing the two of them play together is just a joy, isn't it? I mean, it's an absolute joy seeing these guys play together. I mean, Saka is just a stud. What else is there left to say about this kid? 600 plus of you in live chat right now. This kid is legit. I mean, talk about his finish. Why don't we talk about that? And we can get back to the results versus performance a little bit at the end again. If you want to highlight any players, just write it in chat, whoever you want to talk about. I'm not doing player ratings tonight because this was a game we had to win. And I thought it was a really professional performance, despite lackluster in the first half. We found a way. We found our groove. Everyone started to do their job properly. Everyone was more in sync. The partnerships and the units performed a lot more robustly in the second half. We were quicker and they didn't have anything, you know, for us. But when you talk about that first half and once again needing a player who's going to carry the team on their back, Bukayo Saka is just a special one. He is ridiculous. And his finish with his right foot, we've seen that a few times now. I don't want to hear about Jordan Pickford missing it and his near post. I mean, you know, how many times are we going to talk about Jordan Pickford being an average goalkeeper? I mean, Aaron Ramsdale could have made a cup of tea, had some scones and, you know, put his feet up and read a book in that match up until the very last minute. But that finish was world class. I don't if any other players making, you know, scoring a goal like that with not his strong foot, they're calling that world class. And he, since the World Cup, has been a world class player. He is ice cold, absolutely ice cold. The kid is unbelievable. We have 730 people in live chat right now, and we have almost 200 likes. If Super Kev was here, he would be asking for half of that. And, you know, I'm going to report back to him. And if he peeks in tonight, he's not going to be happy with these numbers. All right. So this is huge as well, Byron. Well said. More pleased with the clean sheets. This has been a massive turnaround. We've all been really critical of our defense, leaking goals. We started creating habits that we hadn't seen for the whole season, right? Poor form at home, leaking goals, not very good at set pieces. All of the things we were super strong at the start of the season, we started kind of failing at. And to see that turn around, absolutely, Byron, was a great point. Spank that like button, says Jeff. In fact, you know what? The boy's so happy. So happy we won today, is the Vince. We're going to bring Vinny out. Hit that like button, everybody. Yeah. Tell us how much you love us, because we love you. All right. I wanted to mention, get back on real quick to finish up on the Saka Martinelli. They just took over the game, didn't they? And I love their spirit and the way they like to play together. In the first half, we made Everton a little bit dizzy. You have Trossard switching flanks, and you've got them switching in that kind of Manchester City 9 position. I think it confuses teams a little bit. I'm not sure that, Trossard had as good a game as he has, but again, he makes a difference because he knows how to play the game. He and Jesus are a perfect example of players when they don't score goals, they contribute to the team. And Trossard's passing today, again, I thought was really, really good. And wrap him up in cotton wool, yeah. The two of these guys. I mean, I think Martinelli's hit form again a little bit, don't you guys? He scored 3 and 3 now. I mean, that's really exactly what we wanted to see from him and bouncing back. Let's have a look at the stats a little bit, shall we? We had 15 shots. They had 8, both 5 on target. Surprising, really. Possession was out of whack. We had 74% possession in this game. 744 passes compared to their 270. 87% accurate. 12 fouls on them, 5 on us. No red cards and no yellow cards for us. 5 corners, 4 offsides. So, yeah, I thought it was a really super professional performance. Let's talk about a little bit of luck going our way, eh? For the Arsenal. Where's my picture? I probably don't have it. I didn't put it up. Of course not. The VAR decision. How about them apples? I mean, talk about the hustle first. Can we just talk about the press? And even without Jesus praying, Martinelli and Saka have been so disciplined, carrying on the philosophy, just really super working hard, not having their wingman there. But my goodness, they were brilliant in hustling for that goal. And how about it? How about it? VAR comes to the defense of the Arsenal. And I tell you, at one point, Vinny and Vespa couldn't even look. Couldn't even look. But yeah, VAR, how about them apples? I love it. Right, what else have we got? Let's get some of your comments up. There's a belief in this team for the gaffer, the bootman, yep, all of it. I completely agree with this. Absolutely. Party came on and pressed them even more. He pressed them like an orange juice. Right. John says Trossard's passing and Nketiah brings more to the table as well. Great couple of passes by Zinchenko and Nketiah. Yeah, Eddie at the end, getting the assist. That was nice, his pass. Xhaka and Jorginho, sometimes slow and sideways. I don't know if I'm going to complain about that tonight. Big up Partey. He's so vital, 100%. Both on 11 goals for the season for Martinelli and Saka, 19 goal contribution. And there's also, for Saka, the evolution for him. These are his stats from last season to this. And he just keeps growing and growing season on season. And I think he's reached 50 goals now, faster than any young player as well. He just continues to impress, not only for, club, but also country. And of course, we all just care about club versus anything. Let's see. DJ Assassin says VAR should not be about luck, though. I know they did their job. It's true, but I'm just saying. Ochingbo says we're the great Arsenal family. Great goals tonight. Here's the thing that's important, Ochingbo, that you're saying. We've talked about it with Super Kev. Goals from everywhere, right? This was our problem for so long, wasn't it? You lose Aubameyang, Where were the goals coming from? You have a little bit of an informed Lacazette, but when he's not scoring, what did he offer the team when he ran out of gas? What was Aubameyang offering the team when he wasn't scoring goals? Not much. This is why people love Gabriel Jesus. Even when he's not scoring, he offers the team so much. The way he presses, the way he opens spaces, the way he drags defenders, what that allows Martinelli especially to do, and Saka. It's just a beautiful thing to watch. But to get the goals that we're getting from all corners of the pitch, Odegaard scoring, Martinelli scoring, Saka is scoring, you've had Trossard score, you've got all of these weapons that we just haven't had before. We've been so reliant on a player or one player, which is why I was saying on Monday, I don't want to be so reliant on Thomas Partey, as important as he is. If we can keep him as fit as possible and Jorginho only has to come in for those 2 or 3 games, we're quids in here. So the fact that we're getting goals from all sorts is really quite incredible and just really important as well. Let's see. What else have we got in here? Say anything, ask anything. Does anyone want to pop into the show and have a quick word? If you do, I'll put the link in. See, I just get carried away and I start talking. It's 20 minutes in. Sheffield United. I've always loved Sheffield United. In fact, one of my favorite movies ever is When Saturday Comes. Have you guys seen that with Sean Bean and Emily Mortimer? An absolute classic of a football match. Yes. 950 of you in live chat right now. Here's what I love, right? I love that we have more people who come and join the show and more people who get engaged when we win. This is what I love about the Highbury squad, right? This is what I absolutely love. So let's see. Try and get a couple of you. Who wants to come in and say hi? There is the link right there. You can pop in and say hi and have your say in a very quick soundbite. That would be fantastic. There's the link. Who's brave enough to pop in and have a quick chat? All right. Another player that I wanted to mention, of course, the return of Emile Smith-Rowe. What an absolute beautiful moment this was. Brilliant stuff. Just to see him come on the pitch to, stretch his legs a little bit. Just absolute gold to see Emile Smith-Rowe back. Now, remember, Emile Smith-Rowe got 10 goals off the bench last season for the Gunners. If he can score 3 or 4 goals off the bench for the rest of the season, I think it would be incredible. It's like having a new signing. Let's hope he can stay fit. Of course, we have to take care of him. We have to wrap him up in cotton wool as well. We have to look after him. You know what, Newman? I dare you to call in right now. Go on. Dare you. Look, there's almost 1,000 people in chat. And what is everyone? Surely there's got to be someone out there who wants to pop in and say hi, although you just want to hear me chit chat. That's fine too. I could go on all day long. All day long. Right. I'm going to bring in Elliot. Elliot, let us know what part of the world you're in.
I'm in the sunny now confines of Toronto, actually.
Toronto. I love Toronto. Great city. I've enjoyed working there on the film festival many, many times. Had some great evenings in Toronto. What say you about our victory against Everton?
Comprehensive, totally dominant and fantastic. Nothing else to say about that. We are in prime form right now. That switch between Trossard and Nketiah is working a treat. It makes us hard to mark. It is a gem of a move by Arteta. Arteta's learning by the day. He's like a supercomputer that doesn't seem to want to shut down. And we're reaping the benefits because of it. We're on an upward trajectory, and long may it continue.
Yeah, absolutely love that. Any standout performances for you this evening? And in fact, start with my first question, my results versus performance. For the rest of the season, how do you feel about that?
Again, I think the only hiccups that we can foresee right now is in April when we have those tough away matches at City and Liverpool. And that, well, the home match at Chelsea I'm not so worried about because they're a mess. And Potter was never the same since he left Brighton. So those are the only hiccups that I can foresee. But other than that, I mean, do you see the side losing against Bournemouth? No. Do you see the side losing against Fulham? Maybe, but no. Do you see the side losing against Crystal Palace? I don't think so. And do I see the side losing against League? No. The way they're performing right now, especially with Jesus coming back, that's a whole other kettle of fish. That is a huge problem for the rest of the league, and everybody knows it. So, yeah, I don't see anything, really telling happening until the crunch month of April.
Okay, I love that. Now, do you believe, Elliot? I'm going to ask everyone this question. Do you believe?
I've always believed. I've always believed that this side is capable of great things, and we're only going to get better, only get greater as things roll on. Again, having Jesus against City at the Etihad is going to be that fillip we need, especially going against the Citizens in April. And I think we can get a draw out of that easy with him in mind. And yeah, I truly believe in this club and this side. And judging on the performances right now, because we had that hiccup in February, but in March, yeah, I don't really foresee us dropping many, if any, points. And yeah, I see this as the title winning side.
Excellent. Elliot, let everyone know where they can find you. Are you on social? Do you have a handle?
On socials, just myself, Ellie Rob 72, and yeah, I just enjoy your work on the Highbury Squad. You're doing wonderful work. I think you're one of the best presenters out there, and long may you continue your great efforts. And yeah, looking forward to you and Super Kev being back together again. And listen, keep up the great work.
Thank you so much, Elliot. Appreciate that. Super Kev will be back live here on Friday for a very special edition of Kev Says. So you're not going to want to miss that. Thanks for popping in, Elliot. It's that easy, Gunners. Come on, pop in. Tell them how easy it is, Elliot. It's that easy.
Very easy. Very easy. Just walk in, put your headsets on, you're ready to go. Simple as that, man. And I'm doing it at the office today. I'm actually at the office today.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Very nice. Mastering the dark arts there at the office. Thanks a lot, Elliot. We'll see you soon. Take care.
Cheers. Thanks.
Bye. Latoya, you were in the chat and somehow I lost you. Let's bring in Quibena. Hi, Quibena. Am I pronouncing your name correctly, firstly?
Quibena.
Quibena. Okay, Quibena. And what part of the world are you calling from?
Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago. Woo! We love a little TNT here on Squad Central. What'd you make of the game tonight?
It was great. It was great. But funny, but I have to be honest too, I missed the second half when it was still 2-0. I missed from about the 60th minute. So while
you missed all the good bits.
Yeah. So while I was walking, while I was walking home to get my taxi, I had to
bless
check
you.
my phone every so often and just downloading the goals to watch it over.
Okay, so Quibena, I need to ask you the same question. Results versus performance. Do you care how we win for the rest of the season? Are you into performance? Still think it's important?
Yes, heavily. I'm heavily into performance as well.
Okay.
The way we play is connected to the results. I know we do. We get.
Excellent. Who's your favorite player right now?
Between Starboy and Martin.
Starboy and Martin. I like it. I like it very much. Okay, so do you believe, are we going to close the deal before I let you go?
Of course. Of course. as I've always told you, Arteta is Arsenal, so I believe.
Okay, awesome. All right, then let everyone know where they can find you. Are you in social media?
Yes, on Twitter. Oh, I'll have to type my handle in the chat. I can't remember it offhand right.
Okay, chat. Yeah, do it in chat. Right. And thank you so much for calling in. God bless and enjoy your rest of your day in Trinidad and Tobago.
Thanks a lot. Love the work you do. Awesome.
Thanks a lot, mate. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, Quibena there. He's going to put in his handle. Don't forget to follow your fellow Gooners. We're here to support each other. Ugo is in the house. Yo, where are you from?
Hi, Sophie. I'm in Toronto right now.
Nice. Another Torontonian in the house. Love it. Representing the Canadians. Your national team doing well right now as well. But talk to me. What do you think about today?
It was very what's what I'm gonna use, awesome. I was hoping for more goals than four. At some point, it got. I think I kind of looked at Arteta and I was like, yeah, they're pissing me off now. They need to score more goals instead of playing around in that box 18. But overall, I was impressed. I think at the beginning of the season, I told everybody I'm just gonna go game by game until after the World Cup and see what happens with every other team as well as us. And right now, I am confident and saying we're winning the league pretty much.
All right. Now, talk to me about this results versus performance question I've been throwing at everyone this
Yeah,
evening. Do you care how we win for the rest of the season?
honestly, that doesn't really matter right now. We just have to win. If it's one all through the next 13 games, I'm okay with that. So far as we're winning, the performance for me, performance shouldn't because sometimes, especially at this crunch time, you don't want to focus more on performance, and when you do that, you tend to miss out on little things, basic things, because you're trying to be so perfect, and then you miss chances,
Hmm.
which is exactly what happened today in terms of goals. Like they were just, trying to be so perfect, passing the ball into the eight, and like, nah, just
Yeah,
do what you
exactly.
need to do and move on,
There were
right?
so many
So I
opportunities for simple passing tonight, and we just overplayed it a
exactly,
little bit. Yeah.
yeah. So I think that was one of the frustrations. So I would say, forget about perfection, just go in there, win the game, and just move on.
Okay, cool. Now, before you go, I've got to mention another player, and I thought, why not do it while I have Hugo on the phone with me? By the way, I love your Hugo Obi. It's almost like the Obi Mikel, but not. It's Obi Mikel Arteta. I love it. There's a double entendre there. Talk to me about
Yeah.
this guy. Talk to me about this guy, Hugo.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people have underrated him for so long this season. At the beginning, he was a little bit what's the word, rash.
Hmm.
But so far, when you look at what he has done in the game, we have Zinchenko moving into the midfield, sometimes to the left, sometimes to the right, and that space is being left vacant. And then what Gabriel does is he occupies that space, so he does a lot of work. He's seeing everything around him and trying to stop every single thing that he can do to make the game flow and not miss out. Oh shit, Zinchenko is not here. Then some people
Hmm.
like, yeah, but Saliba is strong. I'm like, not really. Like Saliba has the support of Ben White, but Gabriel is pretty much one man on his own doing everything. So for me, he gets a little bit of what's the word, underrating and some terms of disrespect. But for me, I would say he's one of our best defenders at the moment right now.
Yes, very nice. Excellent analysis, Hugo. I love it. You promise to come back on the show soon?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Okay, where can everyone find you? Are you on social media?
I'm on Twitter. I don't really know my handle that well, or Instagram. So I think once you put my name in, you should be able to find me easily.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
Yeah,
Brilliant stuff. Are we going to close the deal? Are we winning the league?
we are winning the league.
All right. I love the attitude. Say hi to Toronto for me, one of my favorite cities. You take care. Be safe out there. Okay.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Okay. Take care. Bye bye. All right. Let's see. Latoya's having a bit of trouble getting in. Anik is in the house. Anik, how you doing? Don't tell me are you from Toronto as well? If you are, this will be crazy.
No, I'm speaking from Colorado, USA.
Colorado. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to say I love everywhere because I do. One of my favorite cities is Boulder, Colorado. I love it.
I
I love
actually
Colorado.
live really close to Boulder, just the next city to Boulder.
Very nice. Okay, Anik, talk to me. What did you think of tonight?
It was a really great game. Really loved it. And also, I think I think you were asking everyone about the performance versus result.
Yes, yes.
Um, I think results are really important, but the performance are really important as well because if we are like just scrape like 1-0 at home to Everton, that wouldn't be like the best for all the all the players for their confidence and everything.
Hmm. Okay, so what do you think about, the end of the season? Do you think we've got what it takes to close this deal?
Yes, but Man City are like way too strong. So, um, but I would absolutely love it if we could pull it off. But I don't know. Hopefully we
Okay.
can.
All right. Anik, are you on social media? If so, let the squaddies know where they can find you.
No, I'm not on social media. But
Okay, good for
it's great
you.
though.
If I wasn't doing this, I probably wouldn't be on social media either. By the way, I don't know if you've
Exactly.
noticed, but it's gone all dark where I am. California has been living in a storm for the last 2 weeks. It's
Exactly,
really
right?
cozy, so hopefully you guys can still see me out there. But thanks so much for calling in, and don't be a stranger, okay?
Yes, you too. Thank you,
All
Sophie.
right. All right, mate. Take care. Let's see. Who do we have next? We'll try and bust through these. Let's see. Nikhil, am I pronouncing your name correctly? Please tell me yes. You're on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Where are you calling from?
Sorry, Soph, but you got the pronunciation spot on. It is Nikhil. I'm calling you from Scotland, but originally
Ooh.
from India, but been here now for a couple of years. So yeah.
Nice, very nice. Okay, what do you make of the game tonight? And in fact, give me the answer together and the results versus performance comment I've been making.
I think really happy with the performance, really happy with the result. I think we bopped it around, played it really well. I think towards the end of the match, you could see the boys really enjoying themselves. And I know Mikel lost his cool on a couple of occasions because he wanted more goals, and it looked like they wanted to walk the ball into the goal. But do you know what? I feel when you have a bunch of players who work so hard on the training ground for the last so many months, going back to over 12 months, I think you got to let the boys just enjoy themselves as well. And it's evident that they did have a lot of fun towards the end of the game. The first 40 minutes of the game, I've heard you, and I've heard a few other people on Twitter as well, talking about the performance not being up to scratch, and I'm sort of with you on that. But you have to remember, Everton also came, with that previous result in their mind to say they got the better of us. So they had a little bit of wind in their sails, and I think that was a bit expected from a Sean Dyche team. But credit to the boys, the way they just weathered that storm. Jorginho was amazing in the first half. I feel he did do a lot of things right, a couple of things wrong here and there. But I think, yeah, good game overall. Really happy.
I can't find too much. This is why I didn't really want to do play ratings tonight, because I don't really want to kill anyone or slay the players or nitpick. It was such an important game that we won, and somehow collectively, I think as a group, they did. I think Saka was the shining star again. Martinelli had a really good game. It's great to see him bounce back. All right, before I let you go, Nikhil, do we close the deal? Will the Arsenal be crowned champions?
Week after week, I keep hearing, this is the week that Man City are going to go on their run. And I always have that at the back of my mind. But the team keeps proving to me and all of us Gooners that they're here to stay. 25 games in, so I mean, they're still top of the table. We're still there. And we're still waiting for people to, like you and Kev always say, they're waiting for us to have a downfall, a slip up, a blip. But we just keep rolling on. And the mentality is elite at this stage. I think we can do it.
Well, listen, if we do, I'm having the Highbury Squad parade. I have a friend who has a double-decker bus. This is happening. So stay tuned, everybody. Nikhil, thanks so much for tuning in. Are you on social media? You want to share your handle at all with everyone?
Yeah, Nikhil_Pereira on Twitter, and the same on Nikhil Pereira 17 on Instagram as well. Yeah.
Okay, Mark B says you're very good at FIFA. Is this true?
Well, if Mark B is talking about FIFA 03 to 07, I was unstoppable, but I haven't been good at it. I was wiped the floor with by a few of my friends' teenage children, I think 2019, 2020. And that's when I decided I want to sell my Xbox because I was no good at it. So, but Sophie, I just want to say you guys do an amazing job, and a shout out to you, especially for being the hostess with the mostest. I think I always watch you guys. I always love the banter between you and Kev. And it's so amazing that you have this opportunity for us fans to join you and also to host Kev on and hear your opinions, the fan and the player. It's just amazing. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nikhil. Kev will be back Friday and we'll have something special lined up for you guys. So have a great evening, and
you too.
Up the Gunners. See you soon.
Up the Gunners.
Okay, I'm going to bring in, I've got John, don't go anywhere. Please stay there. I see you. Latoya has been trying to get on. I know she may have had a dodgy internet connection. Latoya, where in the world are you calling from, Guna?
Hi, good afternoon, Sophie.
How are you doing? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from New York City, Brooklyn.
Woo. Very nice, very nice. Talk to me about your Gunners.
Oh, I love the Gunners. First of all, Sophie, I just want to tell you, the game was so awesome. And I love Arsenal so much. And I just want you to say hello to my boo, 'cause he is the biggest Arsenal fan more than me. Say hello. Hey, Sophie.
Hello, how you doing,
Love
sir?
you guys.
We love you too. Thank you so much.
First of all, and today the game was awesome, amazing. I'm so happy to see Smith Rowe back on the field. I'm so happy the guys was great. Even though Eddie hasn't started, great assist today. It's so great. They're giving me goosebumps.
Excellent. Well, I love it, Latoya. Are you on social media anywhere the squaddies can find you?
No.
Okay.
But
All
I'm
right.
just happy to get through to this. And I'm just so happy to get you to the Highbury Squad. And Kevin, I just want to big up Kevin. And you guys have an amazing show. And keep up the good work.
Latoya, thank you so much. Promise to come back on one of our fan shows, okay?
Okay, I will. Thank
Okay,
you so
stay
much.
in touch. Okay, lots of love. Take care. Thank you to Latoya in New York. Beautiful. We love that. Okay, we've got John here in the house. John Mavroudis. I'm thinking a fellow Greek. This is John who asks all the smart questions in chat. Is this the same John?
This is what about smart. I go and chat every once in a while. How you doing, Sophie?
I'm doing
It's
good,
tough
my
to
friend.
follow up. It's tough to follow up Latoya. They were glowing. That's the way I feel right now. That was a really amazing win. So
Yeah, no, they were definitely having fun driving through the streets of New York. They love Latoya. John, where are you calling from?
San Francisco Bay Area. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, I do love San Francisco. Great city. Great city. Okay. Results versus performance. John, what do you think about that comment?
It was always performance until we're getting now to the results part of the season. So I think we had a combination of both. It was tough going for the first 20 minutes. I was getting that pit in my stomach saying, is this going to be another Sean Dyche, ulcer today? But they kept going and pulled through. And then it was so much fun to watch them play effortless and pressure free for the last part of the game. It's just a joy to watch this kind of football. Haven't seen it in a while. So
it's been a long time, hasn't it? And you're right. There was this moment where you're thinking, man, he's going to do it to us again, isn't he? But I think that is slowly we're building a little bit more faith in the team too. Like I wasn't particularly worried, maybe last season, the season before, but as a fan, I don't know about you, John, I'm starting to build this stamina for squeaky bum time, if I could just put it in layman's term.
Yep. No, for sure. I think that watching these kids play, and then you think about who's coming back too, with Jesus coming back, and you think about Party is now getting healthy, and ESR coming back, and our options are growing at every position. And I just love. It doesn't matter what City do, as long as we keep playing the way we play. I have confidence we can do this and finish it off. So
excellent. Brilliant stuff. John, are you on social media? Can anyone find you somewhere?
I'm an artist, so my art and everything is on zenpop.com, ZENPOP, and you can find me at zenpop on Instagram as well.
What do you do, John? You've got all these core. I'm an LP whore. I say that politely, everyone, but I love LPs. As you can see, I've got mine behind me here. It's gone dark now.
Yeah.
But what are you a musician?
No, I'm an artist, like art, like physical art.
Oh, okay.
So you mentioned like film festivals and stuff. I actually did something for the 60th Thessaloniki Film Festival. That's my art.
Oh, wow. I love that.
It's I do this thing called typographic portraits, and I'm in the midst of starting one for Arsene Wenger and the Invincibles, and I'm hoping to get something like that done. And I really want to do the one for this year after we win the league. So
oh man, that would be amazing. And Thessaloniki Film Festival grows year on year. Love that you're doing that. And maybe you can come back on one of our fan shows and share a little bit more on our Talented Gooners show and share a little bit more of your work and your story with us.
Well, I would be happy to, and it's a joy to watch your watch your channel. It's great. So
Well, thanks, John. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Μιλάς ελληνικά?
Τίποτα.
Τίποτα, μόνο λίγο.
I learned, katsikata, katsipana, skasevre, the usual stuff.
Όλα τα καλά λόγια έχεις μάθει. Μπράβο,
and
μπράβο.
I'll keep the language that I learned as well to a minimum for some of the
Probably.
Yes,
Although the squaddies in chat will probably love all the words that you know. So we'll do a Greek lesson one day. All right, John, thanks so much for calling in. Take care, mate.
Kalinika.
Kalinikta, yasu. Brilliant stuff. All right, let's see. We've got Gilson in the house. Gilson might be our last unless someone wants to pop in after Gilson. Gilson, am I pronouncing your name correct first?
It's Gilson.
I knew it. Gosh darn it.
It's okay.
Gilson, where in the world are you right now?
I'm calling from Ottawa, Canada.
Ottawa, the Canadians dominating tonight. Absolutely dominating.
Exactly.
I've been to Toronto, Vancouver, Alberta, Calgary, beautiful there. What's that lovely mountain in the lake called? Anyway, it'll come to me. But I've never been to Ottawa. Never been to Ottawa.
It's the capital. It's cold. It's snowing.
Yeah, very nice. All right, talk to me about your beloved Gunners. What do you see?
Hopefully we win the league with 13 games to go. Hopefully.
Do you care about performance versus results for the 13 games?
Results any time of the day.
All right. And tell me your favorite thing so far about this season. What are you enjoying?
I think as a team, we're more together. There's more togetherness. And that with the results that we've been getting, the fans have also get together. There's such a unity in the Arsenal family that it's incredible. We haven't seen that in a long, long time.
Do you go to the games? Do you go to the pub, or do you watch the games at home with friends, or just I like watching the games on my own sometimes. But do you go to the pub? Is there a good Arsenal community in Ottawa?
There is our Arsenal fan club. I've been once, and it's a pretty good turnout. Usually it's like 40 to 50 people.
Okay. If you had to pick a man of the match today, I'm going to flash these up. We got Ramsdale, did nothing. We got Benjamin. We got Gabriel. We got Saliba. We got Zinni. We've got Odegaard, Jorginho, Xhaka, Saka, Trossard, Martinelli. And Thomas came in for the second half. Vieira was a sub, but Thomas came in for the second half. Who was your man of the match?
It'll be Martinelli and Thomas Partey.
Martinelli and Thomas Partey.
Thomas Partey came in the second half and just calmed the midfield down because I think we were a little bit too sloppy in the first half.
Yeah. All right. Well, Gilson, thank you so much for joining. Brilliant stuff. Are you on social media? You want to share your social media with the gang?
Just enter Gilson or Gilson, sorry.
I've got
Gilson
you
on Facebook and you'll find me, or YouTube. Not YouTube, but Facebook. Social media.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's how convincing I am. You see, I even had you pronounce your name differently.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come and hang out.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Take care, Gilson. Bye-bye. All right. That's how easy it is. You pop in and have a chat with me. Look at that. All corners of the earth, the Highbury Squad and our beautiful Arsenal community. What a win this evening. The whole team is the man of the match. That includes Arteta, says Ray. Ray, I completely agree with you, which is why I'm not doing player ratings tonight. I think every single one of them deserves credit. They found a way to win. And Mikel Arteta kept faith with the team that started, but did not hesitate. One thing that he has been criticized by even those who supported him from day one is the substitutions. Can he start managing the game a little bit more intelligently, because we know he's such an intelligent manager, and he's really started doing that, I think, in the latter half of this season. To pull off Jorginho at halftime and know he can do that, and Jorginho won't be upset, because we got to start closing the deal now. Every player has bought into what Mikel Arteta is selling. Fans have bought into what Mikel Arteta is selling, but these players, as Kev says, continue to impress with their mobility, their agility, their tenacity, their talent, their technicality, but most importantly, their mentality. And I think that is where we're going to win and lose this title. And so far, so good, touch wood. Right, Tammy, what is the final count as we head out? Thanks so much for joining, by the way. that. Thank you so much, Matty K. A bit spontaneous, but we're going to do it again, I think. What do you reckon? If you guys enjoyed the impromptu, we used to do the fan shows all the time. And like I told you, I do have a video somewhere, early doors of Newman coming on the show. I cannot find it anywhere, but it does exist. But we used to do the fan stuff. And of course, Friday was our Kev Says fan stuff. But if you want to pop into the studio and talk to Kev on Friday, we're going to do that as well. So Kev Says on Friday, 8 o'clock, is going to be a special. Come into the show, ask him anything. I'd love to see Taib ask Kev some of the shit he puts in chat. Wouldn't you guys? That'd be epic. I will find it. I have to. I know it exists. I really do. By the way, Newman bottling it. Matty K bottled it. Let's be honest, Matty K. Come on. All the OGs bottling it. I just love glowing so much. Thank you so much. Listen, I had some really good news today. Everyone's been so supportive. It's just been a great day all around. We'll share more on Friday. But let's just say some of those life woes may have been lifted a little bit. And Arsenal continue to lift our PTSD woes at this time of the season. What a season it has been so far. Results, great. Performance, I don't care anymore. Just bring me 3 points. We're going to ask Super Kev that very same question on Friday as well. I would love to stay because there's still 500 of you in live chat, but I've got to go. Listen, as Kev would say, look after each other. Put your arms around your loved ones. Tell them you love them. And put your arms around this team. Oh, my goodness. Absolutely epic, this team. Thanks to our good friends at Zenith Coins, of course. Don't forget, we'll be giving away another coin this Friday with Super Kev in the house, personally chosen by the man himself. And of course, the gift that keeps on giving is the Arsenal coin. And we've got a mega announcement coming in the next couple of weeks with them too. So many exciting things happening. I love you as well, Tammy. Matty K, I'll believe it when I see it. James Johnston, people don't want to see or hear me again, Sophie. Nah, that's not true, James. You'll be back. Good night, everyone. Love you lots like champagne football shots. The Arsenal win against Everton. 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League. The dream gets closer and closer. There's a long way to go, but by God, we believe. See you Friday.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Please stand clear of the discussion doors. The next stop is Highbury Squad.